Hey folks, Sandamtod here, driving home from work. Thought I'd throw a community question together. Well, I was thinking, and you might be able to tell by the title, but I thought I'd call it, Do You Fly Solo? I was curious about people's shopping habits. I tend to go out by myself when I go shopping because... Well, I'll explain here in just a second, but I tend to enjoy myself more when I go with somebody else, preferably like my cousin or somebody who is interested in shopping for kind of the same thing. But that can also be a negative, because if you're shopping with a buddy that wants the same type of stuff, you're going to compete with him or have to go, oh, I really wanted that or whatever. You have to like share the loot. So I was curious, how many people share the loot and how many people fly solo, because like I said, I usually tend to go out on my own because usually I'm on my way home or something like that in the evening, and I'll go by a thrift store or something, and I'll just be by myself. But there are the rare times when my cousin will call and be like, hey man, what are you doing? I thought I might come out this weekend and we can hang out, and we'll go to Vintage Stock and we'll go to a couple places. And more than likely, usually when that happens, we're both shopping for stuff. Last couple of times it's been all right because he's mainly been this gen and he's got a PS3, so he's been looking for PS3 titles, and I don't have a PS3, so it worked out fine because I didn't have to share any loot with anybody because he was looking for PS3 titles. But I do remember a while back, he and I both were going to some pawn shops together. And this is back when he had a few more systems at his disposal. He's one of those guys that'll get stuff and then sell it off, or it'll break, or he'll give it to somebody. I mean, he just doesn't hold on to the stuff, unlike Packrat Adam. But we were looking through the games at Cash America, and they had PS2 games. This is back before they marked them to $2. This is probably a good year and a half, 2 years ago. And there was a Baldur's Gate 2, Dark Alliance, they're complete for like $6 or $7, and I wanted it, but only at the time I wasn't really, I found it on the shelf, but at the time I didn't know how rare it really was. And then my cousin was like, oh man, I wish I had the money to buy that game's kind of rare. And at the time I was kind of like, well, shit, when you say it's rare, my radar goes up like, bing, 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 I want it, because I'm just that type of whore, I guess, when it comes to collecting. I want it all, I want the thing go, hey, look what I got, kind of, the rarity of it and everything. So, but he didn't have the money, so I could have been like, yeah, I'm going to get it for myself then, but it was only like $6 or $7, and I didn't really want it the way he was like going on about, oh, I wish I had the money, and da-da. So I decided to just buy it for him, as kind of a birthday gift or something, because, I don't always see him on his birthday or something, but I think it was around the time of his birthday, within a couple weeks of his birthday or whatever, and, so I was like, you know what, man, happy birthday, I'll pick this up for you, whatever, and then I got it for him, and now he has no PS2 games. He sold them all off or gave them away or whatever he did, and I would still have that fucker in my collection right now if I wouldn't have bought it for him, or I could have just said, oh, I don't know, and left it there, and then the next day went back and maybe got it and crossed my fingers that nobody else bought it. But no, I bought it for him and never said a word about it. I've never mentioned it again to him, but I was like, damn, I was thinking in my head, damn, dude, I wish before you would go and sell all this shit or whatever that you would call me and say, hey, I'm thinking about selling off some of my shit. Is there anything here you want? And, I would throw him some money. I wouldn't just, be like, hey, give me this, and this. And he's given me a lot of stuff. He's given me some old systems and stuff he's come across and things. He was a I forget whether dude has a new job every time I talk to him, but I think he was laying carpet or something. And they would go to these houses that, had people, rental homes or something that people had moved out, and they would have to carpet, the inside of the home or whatever. And you go into the closet or something to, lay the carpet. And there's a box of old shit in there. And he found a couple of old systems, like a PS2 and an Xbox and a GameCube and some other stuff. And he would just give it over to me a lot of times, especially if it didn't work or he didn't have cables for it or whatever, or he already had one, because he knows I'm a pack rat. So if he had one and it was working, he'd just give it to me, which is cool. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But there are times, man, when I was just like, man, I wish he'd just come in and say, hey, I was thinking about selling off all this PS2 stuff. Is there anything you want? And, maybe we could work out something or whatever, and I'd be like, yeah, man, thanks for thinking of me, because I'll be damned if I'm like, I'm never buying anything for that guy again. No, I would buy him a birthday present. I'm kidding, but I'm just saying. I don't know. It's just one of those things, sharing the loot, going out and shopping with other people. It seems like you gotta go, well, I'll let you have this if you let me have that, and da-da-da-da-da. And it's just easier if and you got to sit there and work out some kind of thing or whatever. It's just easier to go out by yourself sometimes and go shopping, because it's all there for the taking. So, and some people shop individually and then pick up stuff for their friends and then trade that way. But I'm talking about actually going out on the day with a buddy who's interested in the same stuff you are and shopping. Do you prefer to go out by yourself or with a buddy, with a family member, and shop that way? And some people might go out with a family member that might not even care but knows what you're looking for, and they'll just help you look, and that's cool too. Just let me know what you kind of do, what your routine is. I kind of mix it up, but it's mainly a solo gig. I fly solo, so thought I'd whip this video together on the ride home, and we'll post it. Put a stamp on it and mail it. This bitch is done. So I'm gonna get out of here.